By the time we got there, our house was fully flooded. They didn't even let us go in. We had nothing. My children had nothing. We went in just to go get our dog, and now my cats are still stuck inside.
Worry consumes the residents of Ste-Marthe-sur-le-Lac who were rushed out of their homes on Saturday night, just leaving with the clothes on their backs. Now the harsh reality is setting in on what it'll be like when they return home. Only a few months ago, Vicky Constantino and her husband Philip Macedo moved to Ste-Marthe-sur-le-Lac, 50 kilometers northwest of Montreal and on the Lake of Two Mountains. They were reassured their home was safe from flooding. But on Saturday night, when they were out as a family, they returned home to their worst nightmare, floodwaters submerging most of their house.
Our entire house is in the basement because we bought one of those like bungalows where the first floor is just the kitchen and everything's in the basement. So now we literally lost everything.
This is the feeling thousands of Quebecers can relate to, as more than 6,400 homes have been flooded across the province and 9,500 people evacuated. In Ste-Marthe alone, 6,500 have fled their homes, and that leaves just over 2,500 houses empty and likely underwater. For Constantino and Macedo, their entire family's possessions were left behind.
It's hard. It's very hard on the morale. Like if it was just me and my husband, I couldn't care less. But just to see my children's face when, I have to bring them back home eventually and they're going to see that they lost everything. That's what's going to break my heart.
Luckily, the two had their children and dog with them, but they had to abandon their cats, as many people did. Residents aren't allowed back to their homes because police have blocked off the area for safety concerns, making it hard for flood victims to retrieve their valuables or their pets.
And honestly, I'm praying to God that when I get there, she's fine.
Animal rescue teams and volunteers have been on the ground coordinating efforts to retrieve people's beloved pets. But it's not an easy or a quick task.
This takes time. You have to get the canoe, you have to get the person that knows what they're doing, you have to go with them. So it's a whole operation, but today is going to take the whole day for sure.
As for personal items in the flood zones, police say it's a matter of going through the city to coordinate.
Call the city and they will be able to go in a place where they will have all schedule, and after that they will be accompanied to go to their house to have some necessary stuff.
It's not known when flood victims here like Constantino and Macedo will return home, but once they do, the fear is what state their new house will be in.
Like everyone else, day by day, and seeing to what extent, if we have a home after this or not.
In Ste-Marthe-sur-le-Lac, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.